Welcome to this how-to guide on AvRep. Here, you'll discover how to generate and manage look-through computations using the look-through computation feature. Look-through ratios are computed in the case that a fund is investing in other internal or external funds, and they ensure accurate OGC, PTC, and PF computations for transparent reporting. They represent how the different costs from the target funds are taken into account in the different costs computations for the main fund. To access this feature, click on Look-Through Computation in the menu, under the Common Operations and Settings section. By selecting a company in the Company drop-down list, you will be able to see the previous look-through computations that have been performed for that company, along with details like the look-through indicators, options, the computation's reference date, its scope, status, and creation date. Using the drop-down lists in the top section of the page, previous and ongoing look-through computations in the list can be filtered by their look-through indicators and computation options. A new computation can be triggered by clicking on the Computation Request button on the top right corner of the screen. A new pop-up window will appear. Here, you will be able to specify some settings like the reference date for the computation, the look-through indicators that the computation must return, and the look-through option, where you can choose to either compute the latest balance-based ratios, or use the latest ratios. For more information, click on the question mark next to the drop-down box to open a pop-up window containing the detailed explanation of these settings. Additionally, the computation scope can be set. Here, you can choose to run the computation for all the enabled subfunds within the selected company, or select specific subfunds within it. The Computation Settings section on the right side of the window displays the settings that have been selected in the Computation Settings section, which will be covered in another dedicated video tutorial. Here, you will be able to see the settings that are relevant to the computation you wish to perform, but you will not be able to edit them. In the Warnings section highlighted in red on the top of the window, the system will display useful warnings for the user to consider before running the computation, regarding data readiness for computation purposes, which should be checked before computing, but are not blockers. By clicking on the link in the first line of each warning, you will be able to generate a report with the specific errors that cause the warning, and by clicking on the link in the second line, you will be directed to the page in the system where the relevant change must be made to fix the warning. Finally, when all the correct settings have been specified and the warnings have been checked, the request can be launched. A new line will appear in the list with the details of the computation request that has just been launched. You can look at the status column to check when the computation is completed. When the computation is done, you will be able to click on the icon under the report column to generate the computation report, where the results will be stored. You will be redirected to the jobs page, where the report generation job will appear, and, when finished, you will be able to download it by clicking on Details, and then on Download. To download the PDF guide, please check the link in the description. If you should have further questions or new developments requests, do not hesitate to contact our support team at support@avantera.com.